Hey everyone, my name is Quinn Fenton. I'm a second-year student majoring in criminology. This video will show how to perform an easy and fun experiment, that being an egg and vinegar. Through this video, you will gain the knowledge on the supplies needed, step-by-step instruction, and scientific explanation. Although simple, this experiment can be entertaining and informative to all age groups. It provides a means on hands-on learning and demonstrates what the effects acidic properties have on organisms in our day-to-day lives. With that said, let's begin the egg and vinegar experiment. The supplies needed for this experiment can easily be found in most households. The fun of this experiment is it can be conducted as simply or professionally as one wants, meaning one can perform this experiment by utilizing either household items or lab instruments. For the purpose of this experiment, we will use household items. The two key ingredients for this experiment are vinegar and eggs. It's recommended that vinegar with 5% acidity is utilized during this experiment. The species of eggs used during this experiment is not pertinent, although most individuals utilize chicken eggs as they are readily available and easier to handle throughout the demonstration. One can use any container for this experiment as long as it can hold 2 to 4 cups of fluid. Although optional, for easier transfer of vinegar, a funnel is recommended to prevent any unwanted spills. For any container without a lid, it is recommended that saran wrap is used to seal the container and prevent spills. For ease and convenience, tongs or a variant tool should be used to transfer the egg throughout the experiment. This will help safeguard the egg from any unwanted cracks and messes. Finally, if one wants, the use of gloves can be used to prevent any unwanted contact with fluids throughout the demonstration. Let's move on to the step-by-step instructions. The steps to this experiment are simple. Begin by obtaining a container of your choice and place it on a secure table or counter. Proceed by pouring 2 to 4 cups of vinegar in the container. Make sure to carefully pour the fluid to prevent any unwanted spills. If spills occur, clean the surface to prevent any permanent markings, as the acidity of vinegar can leave unwanted blemishes to the surface. Continue by carefully placing the egg in the container. It is recommended to use tongs to avoid any breaks or damage to the egg. Even when one thinks the egg is being handled with care, accidents can occur. I thought I carefully placed the egg in the jar, but after a closer look, the egg did crack and the yolk began to pollute the vinegar. With the assistance of tongs, I was able to carefully place the egg in vinegar. Once the egg is in the fluid, seal the container by returning the lid to its rightful position, or place saran wrap around the opening of the container. After the container is sealed, leave it in a room temperature area for 24 to 48 hours before examining. I took the egg out of the vinegar at 12 hours. The observation made was the brown exterior of the eggshell became easy to remove. With a light wipe from my finger, the brown exterior rubbed off. This egg was originally brown, but after 12 hours, I was able to wipe the exterior of the egg, turning it white. The vinegar contains ethanolic acid, which reacts with the calcium carbonate in the eggshell. One product of this reaction is carbon dioxide gas, which appears as small bubbles forming on the eggshell. Over time, this chemical reaction dissolves away the hard shell. After 24 hours, this is what the egg looked like. We are left with a thin egg membrane with the raw egg inside. The membrane is known to be semi-permeable, meaning water can pass through it, but substances dissolved in water cannot. Vinegar is dissolvable by water, so although it's acidic and corrosive, it still cannot corrode the egg membrane. The durability of the membrane is pretty amazing. This membrane is surprisingly strong, and the egg can be dropped from a small height without damaging it. Although it's generally durable, it doesn't mean it's invincible. Still, handle with care, otherwise you might be left with a mess. As you can see, in an attempt to remove the egg from the jar, I unfortunately popped the membrane. The egg and vinegar experiment was a fun examination to conduct. Its simplicity allows all ages to enjoy. By simply putting an egg and vinegar in a jar, one can learn numerous scientific properties. The acidic effect of vinegar and the durability of an egg membrane are two pretty amazing feats of science. Osmosis plays a main role in this experiment, as the semi-permeability of the egg membrane is the reason for this experiment's results. I hope this video gave an understanding of how to perform this experiment, as well as further your knowledge of biology. My name is Quinn Fenton, and this was my demonstration of the egg and vinegar experiment. Thank you.